early on, FlyQuest with potentially even Lucian Melio later on, I thought the start of their split in draft was really weird. I'm curious about your opinion. Like their first series against Lion, they were playing Silas bot lane, Ziggs bot lane, didn't feel like them at all. Now I kind of feel like they're trying to adjust back to what was working for them in spring.
I think everyone was like on the, whatever goes. And Master's always been playing like top and mid and solo queue. He's like, he never went ball lane. So you guys like the practice on those like fight champions in those lanes. So I think he was kind of guy who wants to play that way. But it just wasn't as good as people thought it was. I think people took it a bit too far with the whole, mages, bruisers, whatever.
They cooked too long. A little bit too much time at the stove.
All right, back to your marksman.
Back to your plain bread and water sandwich of your traditional standard marksman. But we are about halfway through the draft already. Karma, Olaf, Cassio banned out by Sentinels. FlyQuest removing the Vi, the Nocturne, and the Bard. Ezreal first pick for Sentinels. I feel like this is such a go-to for pretty much everybody in the league right now. Game one, pick one on blue side. You're going to take that Ezreal. Seraphine and Jarvan picked with it. Meanwhile, FlyQuest, Lucian Melio, like you said, Jat, and the Syndra.
It's interesting that the Sentinels banned Karma, which is the most common pairing with Ezreal, but then picked Ezreal anyways. Sentinels is playing the same comp as Genji last night. They played Ezreal Seraphine as well. It was with a different jungler, I think it was Pantheon, but still, Seraphine is like maybe a worse laner in some ways, but she's a much stronger team fighter than Karma. She's more, aggressive, has CC, has engage tools.
And speaking of those engage tools, I feel like, you're saying the Genji comp, you had Pantheon in the jungle. But Pantheon and Jarvan, at least from Seraphine's perspective, they can do the same thing, which is stand in front of her and enable Encore to fly through everybody, right?
Jarvan much rather have a Seraphine ulti and the Eve to follow up than like a Karma Mantra Q.
Yeah, it's like, okay, here's a shield.
Let's go, guys. Seraphine actually has real follow-up, so it's more of an aggressive engage comp, which I think fits Sentinel's profile a bit more than the slow Enchanter shield type style.
Yeah, and a fun fact, Ezreal is currently on a 6-game LCS win streak and has actually won 9 of the last 10 games that he's been locked in. So not too surprised that Sentinel's just slamming it. Might have been tactical.
Oh, actually?
Yeah, it was tactical. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, actually. It looks kind of sus. It looks kind of sus.
Wait, hold on. Like he's 3 of the 4 Ezreal losses in the LCS.
Oh,
That's
really?
Crazy.
Okay, well, we ended up getting a surprise stat here today. Second half of the draft, though, we do have some mid lane focus coming out from FlyQuest, as they already have their mid laner in the Syndra. They know that Sentinels don't have their own, so it's going to be Orianna and Victor, 2 of those standard control mages banned out, so they can't use that in response for Darkwings. Meanwhile, over on the Sentinel side, they're banning out Ambessa and Shyvana, looking towards those potential jungle picks, thinking about what Griffin might be able to bring to the table, but FlyQuest are going to respond and lock in the lead for Griffin.
Yep, nothing too crazy here. I like the FlyQuest start targeting the mid lane. I think Darkwings is like a somewhat limited player. I think he mostly likes to play the control mages, so picking one early when there's already one banned in the Cassio, and picking one, bang 2 more, not 4 champs off the list of mages. I think it hurts him more than most people. This could be a Yone angle potentially if they log in Rumble.
Okay.
Rumble Jarvan Yone is like a very common 3-man combo on top side. With Seraphine, it would make sense to have like
huge wombo.
The more engaged you have, the better. Because then there's more people you can hit with your ulti that extends the range of Seraphine ulti. So I can see a Yone being locked in here.
Last I checked, though, Yone is not a Darkwings champion.
It is not, but he has played it.
He has.
Well,
but he goes for the very
he's not playing it
route.
here. We are 3-9 in the LCS on Rise in summer. Rise has not been doing well.
Yeah, we had a talk about this with Loki. Apparently he's 0-9 on Rise.
Yeah.
He was like, am I bad or is it the champ? I'm like, do you want me to answer that?
Do you want the truth?
But yeah, Rise is like, I don't like it that much with Rumble specifically. I feel like Xante will just build like a Kenny Rooker, he'll have Mercs, he'll have like 500 MR at this game. You'll have Ezreal and Seraphine as well, so like, who's going to kill Xante at this point? He's going to have like 1,000 MR.
Yeah.
I like it more when you have like Rumble Yone and he buys Kenny Rooker and then put Yone with Blade against him and he just murders him 1v1, or like something that Rise can roam to at least in top lane, like a Jace, or like something that wins lane and then you play off of that with Rise roams. This feels like not the greatest combo, but Jarvan Rise is strong early game for what it's worth. So it could be a bottom game.
It looks like FlyQuest comp is very straightforward.
Yeah.
Ezreal Syndra, good mid jungle. Lucian Melio, good scaling. And then a really good slot to pick Cassante, because unless he's matched up against Ezreal in a team fight, he's going to be unmovable in the side lanes against the double.
Fly have the coach dream. Winning ball lane matchup after level 3. We have a mage mid, and a tank top. Yes.
That's
LCS Coach 101.
That's what the coach wants in the book every single time.
It's very simple. It's strong bot 2v2, strong mid 2v2, and we have some scaling, we have a tank, we have some CC. It's like, it's not too bad, you know?
Okay, so that's the coach point of view, but I'm going to ask, this is the Azael question, because he always likes to ask this when we have pros on the casting desk with us. So seeing the two compositions, if you had to slot in for one of these 280 carries, which spot would you rather play? From the Ezreal perspective with that composition or from the Lucian with this one?
I would take the Lucian side because I think it's the winning side in terms of team comps, but I wouldn't mind either. I think Lucian will probably like lose push in the early levels, but then they'll win once they get level 3. Also, Masu won the cleanse exhaust coin flip, which is like, if your health takes exhaust, you want cleanse. But if he goes barrier and you go cleanse, it kind of sucks.
Right, because it's like,
so
what does
it's kind of a risky gamble, and most people just take barrier on Lucian because like you don't want to lose the downside of the flip, which is like you have cleanse, he has barrier, it's really terrible.
Yeah, you don't do
But he won,
against
so he's a goat.
Okay, he
Also,
managed to win the coin toss.
It's a reminder, this is Emily's match of the week. In case you didn't know, she's really pushy about this. She always gets in first with whatever her match of the week is. But welcome back to the broadcast. Sven,
hey,
we got a lot of accolades for you here.
9th season. Damn, that's impressive.
9th LCS season? Damn, I'm old.
Yeah, 2018.
That's one of the requirements for being on the
faded
cast
TSM
desk.
roster.
Pentakills in LCS history?
Yeah.
Is that really true?
You're number 6. You're 6 total pentakills.
I'm the goat.
That's 30 kills.
Apparently
a lot of
three of them
kills.
from a lock-in tournament, but that still counts.
I don't remember all of these. Anyways.
We'll get the timestamps for
Because you were
later
too
so
locked
can
in.
go
You were
watch.
getting pentakills. You're not thinking about remembering the
I
other
thought that was
one.
good.
Yeah. All right, well, as we're waiting for the action to really heat up here at the start of the game, we have a sideline interview ready to go with Golden Glue.
Hello, right before, as we were watching this kind of bot 2v2, you said nice, that they just hit level 2 first. Congratulations. What are you looking for specifically from the 2v2 or just overall with your draft?
Yeah, so our bot lane, we picked Ezreal Seraphine, so it's a pretty strong lane into Lucian Miller, so we're looking for like an early advantage. They should have early prio, and I think Jarvan's also, Jarvan Lee Sin is kind of a match jungler, but I think in general their team comp, they kind of have to ball comp more, where we have Ryze, so we can play side lane a bit more. Yeah, I'm expecting us to have like a bit of early lead with our side lanes, and yeah, see how we team fight.
And then you talked previously about draft archetypes and like how your team likes to play. I feel like this draft kind of fits it, right? With kind of some comfort champs. However, you guys are also known into getting into some early deficits. So like, how have you been working on that with the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough because I feel like us as a team, whenever we focus on our early game, we do improve it, and then our Baron 20-minute post, like we just play awful. So it kind of just feels like we're pretty bad at like maintaining what we worked on previously. But you know, we do our best to just try to focus on whatever the biggest hole is in our gameplay at that moment.
So if you had to fix one, it's definitely the latter one though, right? Because you guys are known for your comeback victories.
Yeah. I mean, typically it's the early game, but the problem is if we focus on the early game, then sometimes we like can't come back, right? So it definitely, yeah.
And then congratulations, you've now become an emote in Twitch chat. One of your coach reacts, yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I need to see it. Chat, spam it for me. I need to see it.
All right, and with that, we'll toss it back to casters. Thank you so much, Grayson.
I do think Golden Glue has some of the best reactions from the coach cam. Whether something good is happening for Sentinels or something not so good, he's very clearly very emotionally invested in his squad. Hambach wants to try to step up here, potentially challenge for the big chicken, but he throws the flag. It doesn't get it. Not really a whole lot to do here, as both of our junglers just continue along on their pathing. They've already made their first recalls, as you can see. Also, Gakgos went back and shopped after doing that little bit of proxy farming early on here in the top lane. Griffin's going to show up as Gakgos does have this wave in a spot where he could be relatively easily gankable, and they want to make sure that Griffin is ready if Hambach arrives.
Yeah, nothing too crazy in this early game so far. Gakgos got the proxy off, which many people like this matchup because you can get a free base and get a free magic mantle against the Rumble, and you see both have TP, but already one base on Gakgos here makes him very comfortable in the matchup here. Otherwise, not much to say. I mean, I think Sentinels got pushed out of ball lane and forced to get a pretty bad base. They only got the tier on Ezreal. They didn't get, you know, normally on Ezreal you want tier and glowing mode. It gives you like the 5 jack stats, which is kind of like your early game power.
Oh yeah, just a little bit.
You get like 6 AD and 6 haste from it. Master got 2 longswords, which is a much better buy. So Flag is going to have bot prio for this next couple minutes here, because this matchup bot is like winning for Lucian Emilio once you get one base off, and they have that one base now, so...
It's interesting, Rahel didn't take Jack of all trades. He's got boots and biscuits.
Well, then you don't need the glowing mode.
So he doesn't need the mode.
All right. Glowing mode, we can leave that in the shop. 5 ability haste, doesn't matter.
Biscuits?
Don't really care that much about it.
Oh, we have boots and triple tonic.
Oh, sorry, triple tonic, not
Yeah.
biscuits.
I was going to say, biscuits are kind of outdated these days. But the boots
The cookies are
and the tonic,
stale.
not bad. You get the Triforce frags faster. Hang on.
Okay, Masu already going to go ahead, pop the cleanse in the trade down here. Both junglers hanging around. Hambach and Griffin looking for the opportunity to maybe make something happen. Hambach is going to go pretty far forward here into the tri-brush. Potential wraparound angle as Masu and Cryogen both get themselves back.
Both junglers trying to do the 530 smite technology.
Okay.
When you save the Gromp for 530, and if you
Ooh.
get it, your smite can be upgraded.
Nice secure there, though, by Griffin.
Did it look like Hambach was trying to threaten the 530 smite steal, so Griffin smote early, also didn't get it because he didn't wait until 530.
Oh, 2 fights at the same time as Gatkos is getting cooked up here in the top lane. Griffin down to half HP, getting away from his own jungle as Sentinels is sending a 4-man potential invade to try to collapse onto that Lee Sin. Impact going to continue chasing Gatkos further out, but he has to respect his positioning relative to the terrain. He doesn't want to give Gatkos a good angle here for the all-out, as you're going to see Huhi making his way back down into the bottom lane, regrouping with Rahel at the same time. Gatkos still losing out on these trades overall, but not a ton of damage. Again, what you were talking about earlier, Sven, is only that much more extreme now with the Negatron cloak fully completed. The magic resist makes it much easier to shrug off some of this damage. Griffin is looking for the angle here, but he's spotted on vision from Sentinels.
Should know it, at least.
Yeah. You would hope. The control board is right there.
It does tell you in-game you're on the Phaelite when you're on it, so you should know.
You should. If you don't know, we have bigger problems.
Yeah, but Hambach got the Buckrap, which gave him level 6 off his Krog. So no Drake has been started so far. He was afraid of his top jungle being taken by Griffin, so he'd defend that. So maybe won't see much action until potentially a grub fight in this game, a grub swap perhaps.
Who wants a slow game more, Sentinels or FlyQuest?
I feel like FlyQuest should be happier. I think their 5v5 is stronger. I feel like it really depends on what happens, because like sometimes scaling is like a relative term. Like you outscale, sure, 6 items, right?
Yeah.
But like if you're down 2k gold off of a Drake fight, it doesn't matter if you outscale at that point. You know, you're also down 1 full item. So I think it's more about like the timing windows. For example, Lucian has Essence Reaver, which is cheaper than Triforce, packing in the whole tier, right? So you got to play off that power spike when you have Essence Reaver, while Ezreal is much stronger when he has Triforce and Manamune, because Essence Reaver, Navori is like kind of trash items. They're like kind of useless. So another time you win on Ezreal is about using those windows to push as much as you can. And FlyQuest are putting their ball in the top lane here, so they want the grubs in this game, obviously. Sentinels could contest it and fight, or they could just say, you know, screw it, we'll give it up, we will rumble top wave, and we will go Drake instead.
Well,
that's kind of what Rumble is good for anyway.
Yeah, they do have they've got the Rumble, obviously always going to be very powerful in these early to mid stages. Masu and Cryogen getting that wave shoved up exactly like you're talking about here with the lane swap, as 8 minutes hits the mark on the clock, and you can see, sure enough, Griffin is already in the grub pit looking to pick up that first one. Huhi with a good job interrupting the recall from Gatkos. So the FlyQuest top lane are now under pressure, has to get away from the Realm Warp. Gatkos creates enough space. Sentinels committed to that with the Realm Warp from the Rise, brought Hambach down here to the bottom lane as well. They wanted to make the move on Gatkos. They will force his flash to escape, but that's a lot of manpower committed for a summoner spell. So now what can FlyQuest get back on the other side of the map? They've already got all 3 grubs. They won't be able to find much more just yet, but Masu and Cryogen are managing to force Impact back away from the tier 1 turret. Yeah,
it looks like FlyQuest are getting more gold out of this in total, but the Drake typically does scale better than the grubs once you're out of laning phase. So we'll see if FlyQuest can find a way to overload the game, you know, put more people on one side, use the grubs, hit the towers, get more plates. But Impact's doing a good job here at canceling the recalls from FlyQuest ball lane.
And I mean, even when we heard from Golden Glue and Emily, Golden Glue was talking about how, yeah, I think their comp has to ball comp more where we can play sides because we have Rise. But now Huhi's under a little bit of pressure. Griffin, Masu, and Cryogen looking to make the play. Sonic Wave, resonating strike. Good night. First blood for the Lee Sin. Griffin and FlyQuest are on the board.
Support players just love canceling recalls in like as far away as possible. You know, they want to run into your Nexus to cancel recalls. And Fly knew this. They called the jungler. Nope, no more recall cancels for you. And I think this is really huge for the game, for FlyQuest, because they kind of needed this, I think. They weren't winning this whole swap situation that hard, it felt like, but now they might.
Okay, there's no kick available on Lee. Impact trying to outplay this one a little bit here. Cryogen takes the turret aggro. Impact staying alive for now, and Hambach arrives. The play from FlyQuest is botched. Ooh. Cataclysm coming down, but a good flash from Griffin to avoid the AoE, avoid the damage, avoid the death. So even though Cryogen is knocking on death's door here, even though they do not get the dive, FlyQuest won't lose any men in the attempt.
I just want to say, I thought Sentinels got Drake from this whole play earlier, but they actually used the timing to realm more ball lane and try to dive Gakkos, and it failed, so they didn't even get Drake off this. So Fly got a goal lead from this. They got the 3 grubs, and Drake is still on the map, and I think Masu might have his item spike here in base. He does have it right now, and I can guarantee you Rahel is not nowhere close to Strikeforce, as he only has like the 2 components so far. So this is like FlyQuest's best timer to pressure now. They have Flyfire Torch mid, which is a strong item, while Ro is a much more skilling item.
Yeah.
So you have like the Eclipse jungler, S-River, ADC, Blackfire Torch in mid lane versus like, you know, these weak items like Triforce components and Roa components. Maybe it has Roa in base here on Rise, but this is time to FlyQuest for them to like pressure the game now, try to get Drake, try to, you know, dive bot, use the grubs to get plates, or just do anything. And meanwhile, in top lane, they have a champ who has so much MR that there's no way you can go down there. There's no point, you know, like Rumble and Rise can't kill him. Jar and Rumble Rise can maybe kill him, but at what cost?
So, yeah, exactly.
If I go top, you go bottom, it's bad for me because, you know, bottom's more important than top lane in this game.
And we already saw FlyQuest respond well to Sentinels trying to overload on manpower in bottom lane earlier to try to kill the Cassante. It just didn't work. And now, here's that Drake that you were talking about. FlyQuest will pick that one up. It is a very late first Drake, almost 11.5 minutes into the game, so no rapid soul stacking here in this first one. But FlyQuest still comfortable, still having a great time. Both neutral objectives are theirs thus far. Still 3.5 minutes until the Rift Herald spawns, so nothing else to fight over right now in terms of that neutral territory. Sven, where do you expect to see the next action happen here, considering we don't have those essentially big flashing lights that say, come fight for this?
You know when top lane say they have an island lane? Yeah. Or they want to be on an island? This is it.
Okay.
Gakkos will never see his teammates this game.
Tropical destination.
Gakkos will never see anyone's teammates this whole game.
Okay.
He will never see them. Ever.
And he's not supposed to.
He will only see Griffin, you know, briefly when he's on his Krugs, on the way down the ball in.
It's like, oh, hey.
Yeah, hey, you're still here. Oh, I see you. But I think this game will be a mid-balling game. It will never be anything else than that. I think both top laners are kind of hard to kill. One guy's a tank, the other guy's a Rumble ult.
Yeah.
So it's like, you go up there, heal with wave. Well, that was time waste, so now I'll go back to blind ball in. And both bonds are just more important to play around than the top laners. So it's more about stopping Rise from roaming by giving Syndra vision so she can fight Rise. Because like,
ooh, nice kick coming out from Griffin. And again, Huhi is going to be your target. Cryogen and Griffin trying to put the damage in here, but Huhi with a nice sidestep avoids the sonic wave that would have taken him out. Griffin's got another one now, though. The encore flies through, but it will not be enough. Masu tanks up the turret to guarantee that Griffin is not going to get trapped in any CC under there, and FlyQuest make their move. They kill Huhi for a second time.
Yeah, Rahel base for his Trinity Force, and as that happened...
Ooh, nice. Scatter the Weak coming out from Quad as Rahel tries to get away, but another resonating strike again. It's Griffin finding his targets. Hambach tries to re-engage here with a Cataclysm now as Darkwing's into the fight with a Realm Warp. FlyQuest got to be a little bit careful, but the cozy campfire is keeping everybody healed up over the wall. Cute. The damage follows, and that's a kill for Darkwings. Griffin is finally down. Gakkos and Impact both making their way into the fight as Sentinels reinforcements arrive. Darkwings with the flashback over the wall, looking to continue chasing Cryogen. A nice Scatter the Weak coming out from Quad, but it will not save the Melio. Cryogen is dead. It's just about who gets the kill, and Hambach throws the flag. He says, give me that.
That's a lot of flashes used for one Melio. Yeah. That was a Rumble, a Rise, and a Seraphine flashing for that Melio. Just that one little guy.
They hate that Melio. They do not want him getting away.
That felt personal almost. But yeah, nice first one from FlyQuest, but I think they kind of stuck around a bit too long here. They should know that, you know, Rahel's coming back with his Triforce, and they don't really want to fight once they've used, you know, the kick and stuff. So I thought it was a good first play, punching that Rahel based and bought his item. I think they should just get out of here, to be honest.
And then this play, I mean, Griffin is feeling really strong on his Eclipse spike, but Quad had spent all the time to roam down, which I think made him want to keep committing.
I mean, honestly, it's a good play by FlyQuest because Quad was here already from the last play, and the middle was already gone, so he's like, oh, I'll stay around and look for something. He finds Rahel, but then this fight just became bad because of the 3-man Jarvan ulti. I think Fly could have tried to run away, maybe TP'd earlier as well. Gakkos TP'd second. I think even here, right, they could have run away much earlier. I think they kind of stuck around way too long here, and they could have been I think killing the Ezreal and having your jungle die is worth it.
But then just the extra death afterwards.
But then staying around and giving extra kills over. I mean, honestly, support dying for 3 flashes on Rumble, Seraphine, and Ryze isn't even that bad.
Right. You
Like,
just have to
take one
get
death
something
with
out
3
of it.
flashes, because that means that this Herald spawning in 10 seconds or this Drake spawning in 1 minute 20, they won't have those flashes up for that fight. So maybe Griffin will find a flash kick angle with his, he has flash advantage. He has a strong item buy here. He's going some sort of funny build here with a Steel Sigil and a Crystal.
Yeah.
It's like a half Death Dance, half Sinner's Guy, something like that.
Yeah, we'll see what he actually ends up
He
building
does love
with it.
Death Dance as an item, this guy. He always builds it every game. But he doesn't have a Ruby in it, so...
I mean, if you're ahead in tempo, Death Dance is great, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's very powerful. But, yeah, we'll see exactly how he wants to go with the items here as Hambach comes over the wall. Cryogen gets found out by Sentinels as they take out the enemy support. Hambach, nice exit there with the flag and drag to get back over the Cataclysm wall. Knock up Griffin in the process. That's 2 kills. One of them's the jungler, right as the Herald is going to be the objective. It's a perfect execution for Sentinels.
I think I'm yapping too much because I have no idea how he got there.
He just showed up behind him.
He was behind him somehow. How did he get
Blackquest
there?
didn't know either. He just came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden your support is dead. Your jungler follows right after. That's Herald for free for Sentinels.
Yeah, that's great. They can use it mid maybe before the Drake spawns, try to get control over this dragon.
Essentially, he came out top lane, walked through top Tribrush where they had control, and then arrived with Ryze.
The full wraparound?
The full wraparound of the Rift Herald pit.
Nice play by Hambach there. And this Herald could mean they could use it either to push top with the Ryze and give it the dragon. I think they will give up the dragon here, it looks like. They're not trying to contest this dragon. Or bot side, they'll trade towers and give over the dragon. Use the Herald to get some more plates, maybe mid or top for this Ryze. Darwin's playing Ryze without TP, of course, so he won't be cross-mapping to any plays. He will be pushing side lane, like we talked about earlier, trying to get a lead for himself.
How much?
Yeah. We're looking here, guys.
No
W, no W him. Okay, we're looking Milio.
Yeah.
No Q on
루시안 노이. Nice.
And Griffin dying at the end, flashing as the projectiles are in the air. That just adds insult to injury. That feels so much worse now because you were talking about, he's got flash kick.
Champs.
Yeah, it's like, flash kick, you can make the big play, you can win the game. Well,
or you can flash like that.
Yeah, or you can flash away from a projectile that's going to chase you, and then you're going to die. So, feels really bad for FlyQuest there, but they do secure their second Drake of the game. So, still stacking those. Gakos is going to acquire the second turret of the game here for FlyQuest as well. So, despite the fact that Sentinels did get that pretty big win with the 2 kills plus the Herald, that's going to secure them only their first turret of the game. The gold still very close between the two, just about 500 separating Sentinels and FlyQuest.
Yeah, I think Fly had a lead early, but that one play we just saw on the Herald really got Sentinels back in the game. So good Herald usage there, getting mid tower, opening the game up. It's good for them always. Mid tower is like the best tower in the game to have because it gives your bonds much more safety on mid wave. You know, 80 carries love dying on mid wave, and mid tower being up.
Egoing on mid wave right now. How do you feel at this stage in the game? Because he's on 2 items, even though you said they're kind of baby 2 items, but it's still before Rahel has the mana immune.
I mean, 2 items beat 1 item always, no matter what items they are, basically. But Rahel might just have his mana immune. He does have it. And once it upgrades to the mirror mana is when he'll be much stronger.
We'll switch back.
But anyways, I think Lucian Emilio is just a very strong mid-prio ball-lane combo, while Seraphine is much more of a team fighter. Obviously, Emilio can cleanse the Seraphine ulti, so it's like, not too bad there either. But I think once it upgrades, he's much stronger in a team fight damage-wise.
I feel like this is the stage of the game where you get a lot more freedom into what your choices are because like Fly has sent quad mid and they're all inning on mid prio, so which means they want to fight.
Yeah, Rahel jumps in towards Masu, who's going to get healed up immediately by the power of the Melio, who he's got to be a little bit careful now on the Seraphine. Gakos and Griffin both looking, continuing to do their frontline jobs here. And keep in mind, Rahel did have about 348 stacks on his Manamune before the fight began, so Muramana should be fully evolved now.
Okay.
And there it is. The Muramana's blade is sharp, and Rahel cuts down Masu.
I think he was basically on a ward right there, but quad.
Ooh, he with the flash away. Otherwise, could have found himself knocked out by Quad's ulti as Hambach goes in, goes over the wall there with a blast cone, and he's ready for the full engage onto Griffin, and Rahel can easily easily follow it up with the auto attack DPS. Sentinels getting even more for free, and more piles on top of more as bottom lane Darkwings is left alone to claim the tier 1 turret. The enemy jungler's dead, so Hambach is going to steal away the entire red side jungle. Everything is crumbling for FlyQuest.
It's actually insane how much this turns. So literally as he hits the power spike, Masu on half health recalls on a dying ward. But this is also after FlyQuest had committed all 5 people for mid prio and still lost it.
Yeah, that's the power spike we talked about earlier. Boom. And then dying afterwards while your mid lane moved, meaning that Ryze gets your bot tower while you're moving. Disaster for
So literally
FlyQuest.
gold was even when FlyQuest sent 5 people mid lane.
Yeah.
And then after this sequence, it is a 2,000 gold lead opened up for Sentinels, and they're fighting again.
Yep, we're already back to live as FlyQuest could be in a little bit more danger, but Hambach is the first to die. Griffin is low, but he is not dead. Gakko's coming in through the side, looking for the angle here onto Rahel. Gakko's going unstoppable, but the Pathmaker, he picks the wrong direction, chases the Ezreal further towards the left. Rahel with the shift over to the right gets away. So that's going to relieve a little bit of that lead that Sentinels has been building as FlyQuest finally find their move.
Didn't see what happened there, but Hambach seemed like he was way too deep for a comp. Doesn't really have that kind of juice.
All right, let's see.
Big blast cone.
We were coming out of the replay, but they realm warped in, or they were at least faking the realm warp.
No, yeah, that was an EQ flash after a mega blast cone.
Yeah,
so yeah, that was just
never mind. No realm warp.
pedal to the metal all the way. We saw the play in mid as part of the 2,000 gold lead where he took the blast cone and found the angle on Griffin. The blast cone giveth and the blast cone taketh, because that blast cone was not the play that he wanted it to be. So
Yeah,
Cryogen once again taken low here. FlyQuest kind of feel like they're stuck on the back foot now, Sven.
Yeah, I think Sentinels would much rather play these fights with number advantage, where they have Ryze coming first with, like, you know, Ryze has Pry on side lane against Syndra. He has 2 items. He has Merc. He's hard to kill for Syndra. He wants to, like, push the wave and then move, not move and be 5v5 standoff with Syndra, 'cause that's why she's strong, right? So I think Sentinels took a bad fight there. I think also he chose the Lucian as his target, when going on Syndra would probably be better for him.
What do you think of this choice? Because it does feel like FlyQuest is just really grouping, trying to prioritize this sole point, but
I think that's
both
the only
sides
hope.
are pushed for
That's the only hope, I think, to be honest, at this point in the game. So I like it from FlyQuest. TP in from Impact.
Okay, Sentinels ready to try to challenge. Dragon down to half HP. Impact with the teleport shield ready to go. Darkwings dropping the Realm Warp, but does not hop inside the circle. Battle line still being maintained. Gakko stepping forward there with the third in Tofo strike. Scatter the Weak follows it up, but the damage does not. Equalizer comes down, separates FlyQuest away from the Drake. Now Gakko's is going to get cooked. He nearly dies, and Impact gets the finish with the damage over time. FlyQuest now running in a 4 versus 5. Sentinels looking to chase a little bit further, but the Rune Prison locks up Griffin. Darkwings gets another kill as FlyQuest continues to run. Sentinels will take the Drake, stop the stack, get the kills, and turn their eyes now towards what they can take next. It looks like that'll be Baron as they demand an answer from an ailing FlyQuest. They've only got 3 men to try to stop this. Quad firing some projectiles over the wall, but FlyQuest will quickly realize there is nothing they can do. It's another massive sequence from Sentinels.
Nice team fight from Sentinels. They pushed them off slowly off the objective and then just took it from them like it was, you know, like nothing.
Like,
Funny.
it was nothing. I'm just thinking, Gakko's couldn't find any type of engage. They have no flank, and then it's kind of the Ezreal Seraphine seems like it's just giving them the better eye contact fight. It doesn't feel like the Syndra is able to do much with how cautious he has to play here. Ryze flank on the
there's
side.
not really many people that can do anything. We see the Syndra stun there, doesn't really do anything. There's just much more range on Sentinels. Lucian has good range in mid lane, but in a jungle fight like this, you can't really, like, you know, take the space at this point in the game. He's like so weak compared to Ezreal.
Ooh, and we're already back to live. Impact the target here for FlyQuest. He's trying to sidestep some of the skill shots. He gets away from the Sonic Wave. Griffin's still looking for a little bit more. Hambach shows up and kills off Quad. It's a 1-for-1 trade here as the solo laners fall. Impact dies. Quad also down. Griffin still trying to get away. Regenerating the energy. Gets enough for the safeguard over the wall to the ward. But Hambach and Huhi are ready to follow. Griffin wants to turn his attention over to the Seraphine. Try to take one with him, but no. It's still a 2-to-1 play that favors Sentinels. Darkwing's getting away on the bottom side of the map here now as Masu's ready to try to follow him. Darkwing still running.
Oh my
but
God.
that's another shutdown over to FlyQuest. Masu grabs that kill. Meanwhile, the rest of Sentinels here with the Baron up top side. side. They're going to push the tier 2. There's blood all over the rift. It's a mess in top. It's a fight in bottom. It's still going to be more for Sentinels, though, once the dust settles.
I'm not sure they actually got more gold out of this than FlyGuys, because those massive shutdowns on both Impact and on Dark Rings. I think I saw 600 gold for Impact. I'm sure it was more for Dark Rings.
It's gold even. Yeah,
it's gold
even. Yeah, 4,000 before anything happened and 4,000 gold at the end of it.
Not really the best Baron power play, unless Quad makes it a bit better here.
Yeah, Quad should be able to at least take that tier 1 turret, but the True Shot Barrage surely will deny his escape. They fire the Encore. I don't even really think the Encore was entirely necessary there, but
screwed.
Sometimes it's just give me the assist money, right?
Give me it there.
Throw that thing out. Get yourself a little bit more cash. FlyQuest now do have 3 turrets down, but Sentinels have already claimed 4. Masu and Cryogen trying to defend the tier 2 in mid. Still 45 seconds left in your Red Bull Baron power play as FlyQuest struggling to keep the turret standing. The enchanted cannon minion just continues to plink away at the turret. And they've got it down to 10% HP. Masu with a calling, trying to clear away the last little bit of the wave. Rahel just needs that next wave to walk up. 1 auto attack, and the minions will finish the job. I like the fact that ever since Sentinels got pressure, they've just kept trying to take more and more and more. They're not asleep at the wheel here.
Game feels a little bit loosey-goosey to me. There's deaths all around the place in 3 lanes at once. You know, Quad dies top, then he goes mid and dies again. Impact dies on a shutdown. Meanwhile,
that does feel very FlyQuest, though. They're fast and loose all the time. As Gat goes through the front line, trying to get something, but the rest of the team is nowhere near. There's no follow-up. Gakkos pulls out the Mad Max, witness me, and all they witness is another death for FlyQuest.
And your best engage is Cassante doing that.
Realm Warp 2, they're in!
Yeah, Realm Warp all the way to the back line. It's a crazy play from Sentinels. Darkwings dies, but he trades his life for Quad. Masu's forced to flash up the Cataclysm to stay alive. Sentinels, it's full Sentinels. They make the play happen between the tier 2, the tier 3. They go all in, and they're up 6.7 thousand gold.
Oh, hell no.
That's a full send. Okay, so we're starting off with Gakkos trying to frontline, but there's just no one who can follow up. He's doing it with everyone else zoned out by the Rumble All, so they just can't walk through.
Not a good time to engage at all. No. Even if it was, there wasn't any follow-up anyways, so...
And then this...
The Realm Warp, and look at Darkwing's flash after he Realm Warps. Like, that man wanted to get in there. I think he saw the stun from Syndra, and he was like, go time. Now look at him, he's like...
Oh, he's so... Oh, he got kicked back and then flashed sideways.
Honestly, I like it. He sees the Scatter of the Week from Syndra, and he gets in there immediately.
Have there been any replays where we come back and we're not fighting again?
Like,
it's just more fighting once more as Sentinels, they do have control over the Rift. They do have their 6,000 gold lead. It's time for the next Drake to spawn. If Drake stacking wasn't the only way to win earlier for FlyQuest, it definitely is now. They have to try to hit Soul Point to have any sort of pressure in this game, but Sentinels still with total control over the area. FlyQuest still trying to approach. Gakkos here in the front, loses half his HP for free, and the equalizer guarantees he's out of there. Masu singing the same song as Rahel just continues chasing for a little bit more. The Realm Warp means Cryogen's not getting away, but they don't want the guaranteed thing. They want the extra points. Griffin and Quad both still escaping for now as Cryo dies. Griffin still your target. Darkwing's closing distance, manages to hit the overload. Griffin with a flash away. Impact with the flash follow. He's all the way in the enemy base. He does not give a damn. Griffin and Quad both still live to walk back to the fountain, but that's still 15 seconds on Masu, 20 seconds on Gakkos. Sentinels kicking in the front door.
I mean, they're just relentless. They're chasing them through. The Drake is still up. All they're doing is realm warping in for more and more kills. But the 5v5 fights, Sven, just don't even look close.
Nah, there's just there's nothing unlike us. There's no engaged, no follow-up if it's engaged. There's no range advantage. There's just nothing there.
So where did it fall apart? Because in draft, we're like, perfect coach draft. They got the winning bot, winning mid-jungle, tank top.
Well, I hate to admit it, but sometimes it's the player's fault.
Yeah, I see Syndra. We see Syndra. I have double W here. Ult in pen on me.
Yeah. He dash. 나 이거 루시안 보고 싶어. I will take. 루시안 dead. Mid wave. I can chase.
Can you chase?
You love to see it. We're back to live, and there's no fight. It's just guys running towards waves.
I like the concept of Sentinel. It's very calm and clean. Nothing. Yeah. No one's screaming anything. No one's like doing anything funny, like target calling. It's just
No wasted space.
Yep.
Yeah, just good, clean comms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Works for me. Total gold here coming up, and it's Rahel way out in front. The richest man on FlyQuest is still poorer than Sentinel's jungler. That's how you know the game is not going the right way for the boys in green.
I mean, Hambach's pretty fed.
He is pretty fed. 5-1 and 11, 16 out of 17 participation in kills here in this first game. Just about 30 minutes on the clock. 2 dragons to 2. Any sort of stacking dream is dead. Baron is live on the map, but I don't think Sentinels are really concerned about killing anything that's not an enemy player. They have bloodthirst in their eyes this whole game long. They are setting up here in the enemy red buff jungle. Mostly just setting a trap, seeing if FlyQuest will walk a little bit too close, sweeping through all the vision. Of course, we have God vision, so we know that there's nothing around here for FlyQuest. And again, it's Sentinels going in for the engage, but a nice potential catch there onto Darkwings, who uses the stasis, keeping himself alive for now. Archangel's shield allows him to survive as Griffin gets away over the wall, but Darkwings ends up going on a killing spree, scatter the weak, buying a little bit more time as Rahel goes forward. Impact trying to chase a little bit further. He has no flash because of the previous use, chasing into the enemy base, so Sentinels will not grab anymore, but yet again, it's an objective on the map, and Griffin is the kill that Sentinels acquire. That is 3, maybe 4 times this game that Sentinels have secured an objective because they managed to snipe down Griffin, and FlyQuest can't contest.
I think there's nothing they can do anymore, to be honest. I hate saying it's lost, but hey, it's lost.
Sometimes a game is lost.
We can't engage, we can't poke, we can't side lane. Do we outscale? I mean, not really.
And this brings up a bigger question, because if FlyQuest loses this game, they are in a little bit of trouble. So the remaining schedule for both of these teams, knowing that FlyQuest is already only on 1 win, if they lost this game, lost the series, they're still 1-4, and that Dignitas game tomorrow would become super, super important for the last playoff spot. I think it's crazy that we're in this situation where start of the year, we will make worlds.
The thumbs up gets it every time.
Will they make playoffs? It's actually going to be a question. But this is literally, I'm being a pre-game 1 Andy. We're not even done game 1.
We're done. We're done. We're done.
All right.
I think right now, like, if one guy from Sentinels DCs, they might still win.
Yeah, like Huhi just disconnects right now.
Let's say Impact or Huhi.
They're not in the game anymore. They can still probably just take the 4v5.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, look at Ryze's items, man. Full stack Roa, full stack Archangel, fully completed Zhonya's Hourglass with Actualizer.
It's got the...
It's crazy.
Whole bunch nothing.
And now
Swift Marsh, Proto Belt, EU.
Yeah, it's like, okay, what does this
That guy
do?
Hazley doing damage, I think.
Yeah, this isn't doing a whole lot. But Sentinels are looking to do enough to end this first game. Gakko steps up, wants to go in towards Darkwings, but immediately Hambach's going to respond. Wow. Gakkos dies before he can even press ulti on Cassante. It's that bad. It's that one-sided, and FlyQuest can't fight it. That'll be it for Sentinels as they gun down everybody on FlyQuest. They will shove this minion wave straight into the Nexus. 23-7, 14,000 gold. Sentinels take the first game. FlyQuest has elected for first pick. Sentinels have elected for blue side. We're into the bans as Sentinels again paying respect towards Quad's Cassiopeia, while Bard and Vi remain the bans on FlyQuest.
Good call out. They're not going to give Quad Cassio this entire time. But we got to wonder how frustrated and tilted FlyQuest is going to be, because fun fact, depending on who you are, FlyQuest has only swept or been swept this split. So if they lose game 1, game 2's always been a loss. And they've looked very frustrated to me at the end of their series when I've been watching them.
Well, then why are we here? Wrap it up. It's over.
It happened 3 times. It'll happen forever.
This is the antithesis of you got to play the game. It's like, no, you don't really have to play the game. Just wrap it up. Look on their faces says it all. But no, FlyQuest definitely have to bounce back from this, because we were talking about it a little bit between the games. This is a FlyQuest team that has not performed the way that they were expecting, the way that a lot of fans were expecting. Obviously, the first half of their split here in Summer was up against the other top teams in Lion, in Cloud9, right? Up against Team Liquid. But even despite those losses, now you're up against FlyQuest, or now you're up against Sentinels, excuse me. You're already on 1-3. You lose this series, you lose this game, you're going to 1-4 in the standings. That's not a spot you want to be in. I'm pretty sure. Now, I'm not a pro player.
I agree.
Okay, all right. Just making sure we got the approval here.
I was going to say, Karma first pick without Ezreal usually means Caitlyn, but Sentinels taking it away from them without the Bard, so they're playing Caitlyn Lux here?
Oh, they're going to go Karma Jhin, aren't they? They always do Karma Jin.
Oh, wow. I hate
like
that.
Karma Jin, but it's going to be Kayn Lux. It is going to be Kayn Lux.
Ooh. The solo queue terror.
But Blind must know this, right? Because they know Rahel loves Caitlyn once there's no more Ezreal Lucian in the game. So you pick Karma to play with Caitlyn, knowing if he goes Caitlyn, you go Jin. So Flyers must have decided they wanted this side of the matchup over Kayn Lux side.
Okay. How do you feel about it personally? Because I feel like we don't get a lot of Kayn Lux in Pro specifically.
Yeah, I think it's just the burden of execution is too high for most teams to perform well with when there's other things that can do the same but easier or have more like, you know, safety nets. Jin Karma is a winning lane, and I think the best champ for CryoGen is Karma. I don't think Hui's Lux is like his best champ at all. It doesn't fit his style as well as the Bard does in this case. So I think Flyers have got a good draft here in this sense, because of what they want with what the end team wants.
But you know I like to cherry pick stats like I did with the Ezreal win streak last game.
Yeah, hit me.
On the year, Rahel's 8-1 on Caitlyn. It's by far his best champion. So even if you're going to have to pick it with Lux,
oh no,
you're going to take it every day of the week.
This champ, however, I don't like.
Okay.
Jisoo.
This guy right here, I hate him. He always loses lane and then loses the game.
Jace?
So, yeah, the champ is useless, bro.
Well, he's also going to most likely be piloted here by Gakos, who has also been having a pretty underperforming summer split overall here in the top lane for
We talk about NA Jace. What about Turkish Jace? Turkish Jace. Is it better, worse?
Yeah, that's. I'm not
different.
Sure, we would have to.
Okay,
Chat, do you have any obscure
Jace
stats about
Lux
Turkish Jace?
Is better.
On the year, Gakos is 5-3 with Jace. It's actually, of champions he's played 8 or more times, his best champion.
Okay. How many champions has he played 8 or more times?
Jace, Cassante, Rumble, Sion.
Okay, that's actually more than I thought. I thought it was going to be 2 or something.
Yeah, the only one.
So I had to ask.
Long range poke is good against Kayn Lux, but I just feel like Jace so often on stage, he like goes up 10 CS, dies once, and now he's completely useless the whole game.
Okay, so we're in the second part of the bans, but it's not showing the third pick for Sentinels, so...
It's a Victor.
It's a Victor.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was about to ask producers, please tell me what this is. Okay, so everybody just imagine that there's a...
Yeah, we can't draw on
We don't have the drawing thing? I was going to...
Victor from Arcane
try
is
to
right
draw
there.
Victor on there, but we don't...
They got Kill and Victor.
Yeah.
They got Arcane synergy.
Luck. They're up against Jace, though. So,
But that's still 2-1.
Yeah, we've still got 2-1 Arcanes. We'll see how the second half of the draft goes through, as we do have Yorick and Akali banned away. The Yorick, one of those pretty common answers into Jace in the top side that can make his split push 1v1 life not very enjoyable.
I am imagining now something with a lot of armor in the top lane against Jace Jin, and it feeling very useless.
Where's my Malphite?
Jace Jin.
Give me my Malphite.
I mean, it's impact though, so he's Ornn, Sion, Malphite.
You got last pick the Malphite though if you want it.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
Since you can't give it the Silas angle.
Yeah, Silas, that's a
Victor
nightmare.
Victor pick on 3, like it. Ban Akali. Get Darwin's his best mage champion. It's a very standard Sentinels draft.
And you've got the Trundle ban away too. I mean, that tells you 100% they're going for one of these Ornn, Sion,
or
Malphite angles.
Zhao. He's often kind of picked by Trundle. Both teams want the same thing here. They want some sort of like tank / bruiser.
Nice.
Yeah, there he is.
Okay, we've got the Victor in there. Skarner going to be the last ban of the draft here. So
Hombox Skarner.
Getting rid of the Hombox Skarner. Exactly, the respect being paid. As over on Sentinels, they do have 2 picks left to make, the top and the jungle role. Hovering the Sion right now, we've obviously already mentioned how they're thinking about it, and it looks like they want to just go ahead and lock that one in for impact here topside.
They could put Jace jungle at this point, like Quest, you know, and then hard counter the Sion with something like a Gwen or a Gnar. I don't know what kind of Sion more than that, but
Vayne.
Pink's kind of risky. Vayne, yeah, I mean,
that's a lot.
Feels kind of risky to pick Sion like this as opposed to picking, you know, Xin Zhao or whatever jungle you want in this game.
That's what I was thinking. Is I was
almost like a bait, you know, like, hey, come on.
Generally, when you've got last pick, I want to see last pick be used for something that's explicitly a counter pick versus like a jungler. But okay, we are going to get Azir for FlyQuest here in the mid lane. So if you want to talk about being able to chew through those tanks there on the front line, Azir certainly has better frontline damage than a lot of AP carries in mid lane do.
Yeah, there's just this new build for us here. He goes press the attack, and he goes like Dusk and Dawn, and he procs it with like 2 autos thanks to the double proc from Dusk and Dawn. Applies on effect twice, so he's kind of back now. Got some small buffs as well. Let's see if it's going to be Jace top. It is going to be Jace top.
Okay.
I mean, no one wants Jace, Karma, Jin as bot side. That's like the no CC, no tank, no gank.
Like, what does this do, right?
All we do is throw spells and hope we win the game.
No tank,
no tank, no gank, no nothing. We just have winning lane and some poke
shoot
or
some crap from across the screen and hope it hits.
Hope it hits. Hope we win that way. So it's going to be Pantheon.
So
imagining a Xin Zhao coming up here, or some sort of like tank, bruiser, Sejuani, Xin Zhao.
there is no way to ever kill Sion without quad being there.
Oh, don't worry, Master got this. Like, Jin's got this.
Yeah, for sure.
Surely he'll buy Yumus and Fire Cannon, he will want to.
Yeah, Mosquito Jin. Just give them enough malaria and Sion will die.
I need to get your opinion on Mosquito Jin, because people talk about it all the time, but people keep picking it. And then I also like checked the solo queue and the pro play win rates, and Mosquito Jin is actually not that much worse. It just looks so much worse when it is a Mosquito.
Solo queue, there's no tanks.
Yeah, everybody plays carry.
Yeah, and you always have like 3 carries in your team in jungle, mid on top, so it's like fine. But I mean, I've always liked buying full crit on Jin, you know, starting with like Stormrazor or like Hex Optics or something that gives crit collector even. Yeah. So that you have, you know, full crit on 3 to 4 items. But Yumus is just a much better power spike, better build path, so I think he will definitely go Yumus in this game. Also has like, you know, niche effects like you dodge Bartle with it, or like dodge a Lux Q or something with the move speed on the Yumus, so it makes sense.
What would you define as Mosquito Jin? Is it Ghostblade into Rapid Fire and that's it?
I definitely think Yumus into Fire Cannon is the most Mosquito you can get.
But then the third item, like when the third item is somehow you have like Stormrazor, Ghostblade, Rapid Fire with no IE.
I've never liked the Stormrazor third, because I feel like then you delay both Infinity Edge and Lord Dominic's, or Mono Miner, whichever one you need. And that means you're doing no damage, right?
Yeah, I feel like always on AD carry, if you don't already have Infinity Edge earlier than that on like item number 2, you've got to have IE or Lord Doms as third. Yeah. Otherwise, you just do
in this game, Sion's going to have like, what, 5k HP?
Oh, yeah.
LDR basically deals... Hang on, might be a smack in here. Impact's here.
Ooh, I like the fact that Impact is waiting to walk up into the brush, so he's not spotted by the ward. Masu and Cryogen are going to step forward. Of course, they don't step far forward enough for that to really matter. Impact's going to go ahead, take his recall, and head towards top.
I got one more crazy stat for you, Sven. This one is pretty cherry-picked. But when Impact is 30 CS down in 15 minutes.
Oh, I heard this one last week on the broadcast, actually.
It's a 62% win rate, which is higher than his career win rate, which is 59%.
Wait, what? So he does best when he's behind at
30 or more CS.
I mean, that's very believable, to be honest.
It's kind of crazy.
It is kind of like his style, right? The last couple of years. It's just, he's the guy. Pick a tank, hold ball and wins.
The reason that this happened, oh, geez, they paused because they realized I was about to go on a tangent.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
You've got time.
It's probably just from lane swapping. Like, it's not like he's actually losing lane this often. Usually, they're probably getting something massive on the other side.
It's like those 80 carries down on CS. Oh, he played Senna, and he was the support. Oh,
yeah.
I see.
Because he had so many more of these games where he's down 30 CS than like anybody else. But he is a good laner, especially on tanks, is one thing that I've really noticed about him.
It's like something with the 80 carries, right? Like, there's like a certain, like, beautiful charm or whatever to playing the losing side of matchups and playing it better than the other guy who plays it. Because like some tanks are good in lane, like Sante and Sion were good in lane, but some are not. And playing the matchups can be really hard.
It's just fast.
Anyways.
Do you know why everyone's dropped Sion kind of away
nerfed,
from this game?
He got like a pretty big nerf to his range matchups, and there's like so many Jaces, Nars, Vaynes, and all those other cringe champs.
The champs the top laners hate.
Yeah.
I mean,
is Grasp a little weird for him in this matchup rather than something like Spellbook? It doesn't seem like he's going to be able to proc it that often as he's going to get one here.
Yeah, honestly, bro, like top laners, like I just don't care.
They just lock some stuff.
If you're a tank, don't lose lane too hard, I guess. And if you're Jace, just hope you win lane. Because at some point in this game, you're going to be useless. We all know it. Like, I mean, I know it, Jad knows it, Flowers knows it, the chat knows it probably. Like, I just hate Jace, man. Like, I mean, Jace is like the Jin of top lane. Yeah, he might win lane, right?
That was...
Look right now, Jin's win lane, Jace win lane. But then look at it in like 10 minutes from now, and Sion's down like, 10 CS, something like that. But then you guess what, right? Sion kills a minion, he gets 4 HP. 4 HP. He kills 100 minions, that's 400 HP. Yeah. And he gives you more on cannons too, right?
Yeah.
If you get them, of course. So it's like, yeah, I have 10 CS advantage on my Jace, but Sion has a 4 HP for killing 100 minions. So
yeah, it's the Sion HP. I feel like every time we see this guy up against a lane bully, most of the time when you check in at 20 minutes or whatever, he's still got hundreds and hundreds of HP on Soul Furnace. So it's like, who really cares that much?
When Jace pulls up with like a Yumus and what, a Manamune, you think he kills Sion?
No,
I don't think so.
No, probably
Does he kill him? I don't think so. So Quad, I hope you carry, bro.
And this is also why I was concerned, because you've got the Jace Pantheon top jungle duo. Both of these guys really high physical damage, but that's what they contribute. And Impact will be more than happy to just stack armor whole game long.
I think all bot laners hate, the Jace, Vayne champs that might win lane and carry the whole game, or they might just, lose all game solo.
Griffin might be looking for something bot. He's stuck around for quite a while after his crap. No, he's just going to go for a reset.
They have a very good dive with Pantheon W into Jin W, but Sentinel's balling not low enough.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Darkwings getting the better of Quad in these mid lane trades, forces the Azir down below 200 HP. And critically, look at the teleports. They've both already teleported back to lane. So this means Quad's got to go ahead, take the recall, heal back up, and his TP is not available to return.
Yeah, we got to look at the two bot laners, Sven, in this game. We got Masu and Rahel. We were looking at their all-time LCS careers. We thought it was kind of interesting how many games Masu's actually played, because he still feels a little bit like that rookie player, but he's very experienced. But then it's just top lane. You said it doesn't matter.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just don't look.
As we were doing some digging, we realized that actually, Sven, you're actually way more than these numbers. And this is just your 80 carry in NA stats. 10th amongst all players in games.
What are you saying? I'm logging these guys, or what? Is that the whole point of this?
Yeah, kind of.
Yes.
This and is now you get to talk about the
I agree.
Yeah.
This is the Sven praise segment.
This includes your support games. These are LCS all-time stats.
I see.
This is career.
LCS top 10 in
career.
all these numbers. We had these numbers for Masu. He was like, Rahel was like 538th in total games.
Yeah.
Top 10. No, I'm just saying. It's impressive.
I mean, I will say, like, Rahel, we call him Mr. Composed.
Okay.
C9, because his whole playstyle is usually just farm in lane, but he will never, ever lose you the game. Almost ever.
He doesn't do the crazy stuff where you're like, oh, I'm feeling the pressure, I've got to make the play.
Almost ever, like Masu last game, for example, dying on the ward. Like, he will not base there. He'll be somewhere else, more safe. He's kind of like very, very reliable and will almost never lose your team the game. He might not carry the game hard like Masu will when he's ahead, but he will never lose you the game. So he's Mr. Composed. That's why killing a champ that scales really well on 4 items is like perfect for him.
Right, because you're never going to get set behind on your scaling. You're always going to be the threat. You don't randomly get one tapped before the big Elder Dragon fight or something.
Yeah. It's like the ups and downs of players like Masu and Rahel is that Masu might go up 3k gold against Rahel in playoffs at one time. You remember like last split, I think it was, when he was like up 3k gold every game.
Hard carried.
Masu in lane phase is very strong in that regard when he's winning. But then the downside is that last game, for example, we just saw it, Masu will die in midwave to Rahel and kind of lose that whole part of the game, right?
Yeah. Well, Griffin wanted to start up the first Drake very early this time around. Remember the game number 1? First Drake kill happened after 11 minutes.
This grab is topside.
Ooh,
he's got baby smite, so he can't actually contest this if he gets matched.
Well, we do have Impact eating the apples first. He makes his way over here, just wants to slow Griffin down while the rest of Sentinels makes their approach, and Griffin is going to be forced back away from this one. Hambach has already arrived. Impact has prepared this delicious crab dinner for him, and that dinner will not be contested as Hambach is eating good. He'll secure crab. No contest from Griffin on this one. Nicely played from Impact.
It's honestly not too bad when the crab that gives level 6 sometimes is spawning on top side, because then you can't do Drake right afterwards with level 6 advantage. But Hambach actually didn't get level 6 off of it anyways. Must have lost some of his Krugs or something. But anyways, nothing big happening around it. Sometimes when the crab spawns on bot side, and it's like, it gives you level 6, right?
Yeah.
Then you get Drake, still level 6 with level 5. It's like, everyone will kill themselves for this crab, right? I mean, trust me, I've been there, right?
Especially with Black on your team.
Yeah, I mean, it's like all units are crab right now.
Everyone go.
When it's topside, it's fine. We can give it. It won't do anything. I'll just get my 6 off my chickens or my Krugs. Pantheon is like, he's fine.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like a, all units on deck for this crab.
There's no grubs to fight over yet. Those are still like 2 minutes away. Nobody really cares as much. We do have ultimates online now for both junglers like you're talking about, though. Obviously for Hambach, that means a lot more team fighting power. But for Griffin, it means a lot more playmaking. Where would you want to see this first Pantheon ult go? Because I feel like first Pantheon ult, it needs to be successful.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, last game was the same thing. This game is the same thing. We're just going to go on the ball lane, probably, on mid lane. Azir has this thing where he can shuffle people really easily and get a flash from them. And, like, even though you can't solo kill him, if you EQ on the Victor as Azir, he might just flash instantly because he thinks you're ulting on him with Pantheon, right? That's like the power Pantheon. But he's looking top right now. I think both teams know that ball and beats top lane in most cases. Even though Gakos has been playing very well this game. He's up a lot of gold.
Yeah.
So he's not doing quite well in that regard.
But Impact does have 273 Sulfur in his stacks.
That's almost two Ruby Crystals.
Yep.
That's almost 800 gold.
Yep.
So who's ahead?
And that's 823 gold for Gakko. So essentially, it's
We're
a
even.
23 gold lead. That's melee minion. Okay.
Grubs.
Okay. FlyQuest going to be forced back away from the Grubs here, as Sentinels do have a 4-man contest ready. Both top laners are on the bottom side of the map. Gakkos has his teleport available to join this fight if they want to, but Impact does not. Yeah. First Grub secured. Here comes the ulti out from Griffin. They want to make the play on Rahel. Instead, he immediately flashes out. He knows that he has to use that flash before Griffin can try to stun him. And instead, this is just Sentinels being able to secure the Grubs for themselves. However, Quad tries to go in, find the shuffle there with the Hambach, but he's not going to get it because of the flash away coming out from Sentinels. Griffin with the flash follow, ready to go after Hambach, who wants to turn it back around. Here with the audacious charge, but he has no damage. First blood over to Griffin, just like the first game.
I feel like that was kind of scuffed from FlyQuest at first, you know, Cardin flashing on a guy who had to flash away already, and then this whole chase here, Asir flashing for Sinsa flash is not worth it. But the Jin actually slowed him down enough for Panther to get in range to kill him. That looked kind of scuffed from FlyQuest, but they get a kill, right? So, yeah, 1 kill versus 3 Grubs. Not too shabby, I'd say.
You can't hate on it, but at the same time, this mid gap is growing. It's a 20 CS advantage in the mid lane for Darkwings.
In the first place, he was here the whole time, right? Darkwings, Victor killing the Grubs the whole time.
Then moved back, cleared the way, and then is here to support Hambach, who had a really nice flash, but as you mentioned.
A lot of mid-prio for Sentinels this game, giving him a lot of control over the game. Honestly, it was quite a reach to get this guy, but they got him.
They got him. Still counts.
It counts.
So, dog tier list. A lot of people have been talking about this.
The what now?
Have you heard about the dog tier list?
The dog?
There's a dog tier list.
Oh, the dog.
But this is just a closer look at specifically FlyQuest. So in lock-in, they were kind of like, they were actually better than expected. They're like a little middle-aged dog. And then they're like a full-grown dog in Spring Split. They almost made playoffs.
Does this imply that big dogs are better than small dogs?
They're more mature. They know what they're doing. They don't throw themselves into walls and off of tall buildings and stuff.
They can run faster.
Yeah, they run faster. But what's interesting is it does feel like they're Benjamin Buttoning a little bit, and Summer Split is like the smallest dog.
They're regressing?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's
are
they
regressing, or are our teams getting better?
I like that take. But do you think that's true?
I think some teams are getting better, while some teams staying the same. I think TL, for example, improved a lot from like the first split to now.
Yeah, the TL glow up has kind of been insane. Yeah. They went to MSI. They had really good performances against every team not named T1, and even some of those T1 games were very close.
I mean, honestly, like going to MSI and having your whole play-in stage decided by, can you beat T1?
Yeah,
like,
I was so mad. I was so mad that they
just messed up. Like
when I was first looking at it, I was like, okay, so TL's going. You know, they're gonna be in play-ins. Let's see, it's 2 teams out, right? No, it's only 1 team out, and the reigning triple world champions are the team that's in there against.
It's just messed up.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, this is certainly a way to do it, but ultimately, TL still, I think, had a good showing given the circumstances.
Definitely.
They clearly have learned a lot. They're working together really well as a team, so I'd agree that they've definitely stepped up. But for FlyQuest, it feels like we're just not getting what we were promised. We joke a little bit about the think card quote with the haha funny thumbs up emoji, but this was a team that from the very start of the year was talking about how, we had to do a big roster revamp. We're not planning on being great immediately, but we want to ramp up over the year and make it to Worlds, and now you're 1 game away from being 1-4.
Yeah. You're 1 game away from fighting for Dignitas.
I mean, that was
last playoff spot.
This is my pitch. We were talking during the break about how I'm really excited for...
Hang on.
Oh, my God.
Double
okay, there's the follow-up. I was going to say, wow, that was a big laser for no damage whatsoever, but the follow-up immediately from Rahel with the sniper rifle manages to put the fear in FlyQuest a little bit here, forces Cryogen and Masu back away.
It's good enough, though. They got the Drake as well. Now they get recalls. They get...
Ooh, another nice binding. Lucent Singularity's not going to get the follow-up.
Getting plates the whole time for Rahel here. Mr. Compose up in CS now. Canceling the recalls, getting plates. I mean, hey, they get plates, they got grubs, they got first Drake. So who cares that Jason hadn't
They're actually just back. They lost that first blood. They're down 700 gold. This whole sequence, they've gained it back.
Well, now Darkwing's going to take some damage quickly from Griffin. Turns it around to the Arcane Storm. Gravity Field also used here as Hambach is staying alive with the Crescent Guard for now. Griffin down to 50 HP himself. Quad also very low as the final shot misses from Masu, who he joins up in the fight, and Quad is down. Wind becomes lightning from a nice slow. Masu chases further, but he can't get anything. Meanwhile, the entire time, knock, knock. Who's there? It's Rahel and in bottom lane, taking turrets, FlyQuest, sequence fails.
Rahel is pushing bot. I think he got 5 plates, didn't he?
I think he did.
He got the entire tower, you know, full max volume Spotify while watching his team winning 3 versus 4 in mid lane.
Yep.
And it happened last game too, right? For FlyQuest, they had a fight around this time of the game where they lost the whole game. And now suddenly, Sentinels are ahead. 1,000 gold.
But this one wasn't even like a Masu or an overgroup overreach. It was just the fight in the river that went wrong.
Yeah. But FlyQuest probably feel like, okay, we're losing bot lane, we're losing mid lane, we have Jace top, so he's useless. Lost Drake, lost Grubs. Gotta fight somewhere, right?
Yep.
And I chose this to be the fight, which I think was a good fight, because
Numbers
Masu was here
advantage,
first, right? With his ulti. But he just missed the last shot. But to be honest,
Sidestepping that, this last one.
It comes down to like the Jin 4th shot. Maybe the fight wasn't that good in the first place. But this feels horrible now.
I mean, it's really the fact that the Caitlyn got the full turret.
Yeah.
That's the biggest outcome of this entire fight.
I mean, when you know in the back of your head.
Golden Glue's having the time of his life, dude.
When you're in the back of your head, knowing that Caitlyn just got like 1,000 something gold, and his quest complete now, he gets more gold faster than you, it feels horrible. And you lost the Drake, right?
Yeah.
Also, the first 2 Grubs. You don't really outscale because you have Jace top and Jin against Sion.
Yeah.
So who kills him, right? When he gets like 1,000 armor soon.
So
you feel forced to make a play, but then the play fails, and now it's even worse.
Here's the other problem. We're talking about how, you know, the gold is a 1,500 lead for Sentinels. The only reason it's that close is because Gakgos is up 1.3k individually, so it feels like the game is actually even further away than it really is because of the fake Jace gold lead.
Yes,
He's even got that
exactly.
call. That call's going to juice it a little bit more, too.
The inflation.
The
That's
call
good.
inflation.
Well, the thing about this, right? Impact has 600 HP. That is 4 Ruby Crystals. That's 1.6k gold lead. So actually, the size ahead 400 gold right now of the Jace. Or 300 gold, rather.
And everybody else in the team is also ahead a few hundred
That's
gold.
an amazing stat. LCS Jace record with greater than 1,000 gold difference of 15. Just 34 and 27.
What's that,
barely
like
above
55%
5%.
or something like that?
It's a little over 50. Yeah. And I'm honestly surprised it's
that
positive.
gold lead to get that? Now tell me, what's the win rate of Caitlyn with 2 gold lead at 15?
Probably higher than a
You
little
think so?
over 50% would be my guess on that one. But also, let's. I want your professional opinion here because we're seeing something we don't normally get
hubris
from the Gen. Yeah, how do we feel like hubris in pro play? Because to me, this always feels like the quintessential solo queue item. You just want to get the stacks, become God mode. But I feel like pro play has probably not got the same tempo for that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you need kills to get this thing going, and so far it's been 1 kill in the game. Which is why pros don't normally build Hubris, because you don't get 20 kills like you do in scrims every game. But, I mean, comparing it to Yumu's, it is the stronger item. It has 5 more AD, I believe. And it does scale if you do get kills in the game, so it could pay off late game. But I feel like lethality isn't so good against tanks who have, like, 200 armor at 20 minutes. Impact right now has, what, I'm guessing like 150 maybe?
127 on Impact.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah. He buys Tabbies.
Yeah, I was going to say, he doesn't have his boots yet, and his second item is a Spectre's Cowl to have some MR up against Quad.
He's buying 2 longswords. I hope, for his sake, and for the series' sake, that that's
Going,
oh, yes, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if he buys a collector here, I'm going to like go on stage and just, you know,
just kick him out.
Because it would still be Mosquito even though we built Hubris.
I mean, at least with LDR, you get, you know, a lot more arm penetration. Makes this build kind of useful. So, not too shabby. I feel like Hubris isn't it.
What do you think speeds this game up? Or is it just going to be slow? Because
Yeah.
essentially all Sentinels have been doing is they move Rahel around.
This might
Pantheon
speed it up.
speeds it up.
This speeds it up. Griffin makes his arrival, and Darkwings again is the target over and over. It's FlyQuest looking for this mid laner from Sentinels. Remember that the first blood play that claimed Hambach's life was originally aimed at Darkwings. The play in the river that got turned around was aimed at Darkwings. This play is aimed at Darkwings. It's Darkwings all day. As Impact versus Gakgos.
CP from
is not turning into a whole lot, but Quad does arrive.
He's top lane alone right now.
Yeah.
When the Drake's up. Split push.
Not ideal.
I guess they're giving the Drake over, but why is my support top lane? I mean, I guess we can mid top anyway, so it's fine. He can
Victor's going to TP and continue to collect plates. It actually is going to work.
I kind of like this play from Sentinels, giving up the second Drake when they, you know, they had a dead Victor, so he wouldn't be here for the fight anyway. So
Ooh, Gecko's bringing down the damage here onto Huhi, but not enough to actually kill him. Huhi is forced to use the flash to get away. Gecko's now going to fall back as Sentinels reinforces their support, makes sure that Huhi gets out. Meanwhile, Darkwings still putting in the work on this turret. Earlier, Rahel got to take the entire Tier 1 turret bottom lane while fights were happening elsewhere. Now Darkwings nearly going to get the entire turret. Make that, yes, definitely the entire turret.
They got
here
too,
in the top side.
Tower.
Yeah, they're just getting so many structures.
I think if I'm Sentinels right now, I have a tank top, I have a carry mid, a carry ADC, and I want to supportive such as tanks. I'm very happy to give up 1 Drake at 18 minutes for 2 towers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of what you were talking about in game number 1, except this time it's Sentinels doing it. It's like the coach dream, right?
Yeah.
You've got the solid tank in top side, control mage mid, winning bottom lane, jungler that can make plays and engage. It's kind of just checking all the boxes.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. There's not much to say about it. And at this point, it feels like Rahel base plays IE now. He has it in base here. Yeah. 2 items on him now. And FlyQuest are even in gold somewhat, thanks to this Jace lead, which is nice, I will say. But it just feels like, is Jace going to just carry this game in team fights? Maybe he will. I mean, maybe Asir will scale as well. I can see it being a possibility. But I feel like I'm watching right now Rahel's gold lead, and I'm thinking in my head, in about 10 minutes from now, he will have an LDR, have a fire cannon, he will pull up mid lane with a headshot, and he will actually just one-shot either Masu or Quad from like half a screen away. Yeah, that's my current visualization of this game.
Scary stuff. We've also got the Muramana now fully evolved. 4 Gakkos just ticked over from the Manamune that has been stacking up. So with the Muramana plus the Serpent's Fang, Gakkos is on a 2-item power spike, even though it feels a little less than a normal 2-item power spike because Serpent's Fang is one of those cheaper specific application type of items. You can see all the damage happening to Impact. They even managed to break his shield a little bit.
Impressive.
Yeah.
I will say, Serpent's Fang is very good in this game against Sion, against Victor Q, Lux shields.
Yeah.
Very good and cheap item. So I like that from him. But I think we'll have a very slow game on our hands here. I think now that Sentinels broke all the outer towers, the tier 1 towers, if you will, not much will happen in this game besides just every 5 minutes, I'll see you at the Dragon.
Give us time to talk about the remaining matches of these 2 teams. DSG tomorrow for Sentinels, so they win this, and if they beat DSG, who's yet to win, they're 4-2. They're sitting pretty going into that last week.
It's not
but
bad.
FlyQuest, if they lose this one and then have to play against Dignitas, that could end up being a pseudo-elimination game for them.
Oh my
if
God.
this game continues to scale for Caitlyn. The Dardoch versus Griffin storyline is actually what I'd be super excited for. So my dream scenario for Dignitas was actually that FlyQuest loses this, Dignitas beats DSG, and then Dardoch can get playoffs by beating FlyQuest.
Jet hates FlyQuest confirmed.
I just love the Dardoch story.
That would be wild.
I'm sad if either one of these teams. I love the FlyQuest scaling story. I think it's super disappointing if the young roster doesn't make it to
hang on.
Worlds, let alone playoffs, as there's a gang.
Okay, Griffin coming in.
Hambach
ready to intercept. As Huhi is just getting absolutely deleted by Quad. Now Griffin needs to escape from Darkwings and Hambach. Nice use of the 3-talent strike there for the knockup on top of the gravity field. Impact coming in from the side. Griffin still getting away, but he does burn down. Quad goes in for the shuffle, but Darkwing staying alive here with the Zonia's cryogen. Falls to Rahel on the side of the fight. Caitlyn is still free firing. A triple kill to Rahel. He needs a little bit more. Ace and the whole lineup up. Almost shot him down as Impact Flash, decimating smash for the ace for Sentinels.
And that's a problem. Because now we have a 3.5k gold lead on this Caitlyn. It was 2k gold 5 minutes ago. Now it's 3.5k, and he's going to have like a fire cannon and a lot of Dominic's much faster.
Yeah.
I think this fight, he like almost one-tapped
Like now.
He did, and he was just gliding, so he popped his Ghost early, got his lethal tempo to like max range as well, and just started owning the whole fight.
It started with Hui dying to the Quad, but Griffin ulted in and flashed out. And now look at Rahel here, uncrowded here.
Yeah.
Oh my God. 2/3 HP, 1 bullet.
Oh, he just runs Masu down.
Yeah, I mean, he has Ghost, he has Stormrazor, his red buff. Like, once he gets going with the stacks on the tempo, he's just a monster. And there's no CC in this game. Once Quad uses his flash and Asir ulti, there's nothing that can stop him anymore, right?
Yeah.
There's 2 things, right, in this game. There's Pantheon ult or his flash. There's Asir's ulti. That's it. If those things aren't used on Rahel's Caitlyn, it's over. He will just stand there and click on you and win.
Yeah, this feels like a Rahel problem right now for FlyQuest, and there's not an answer really showing up. There's your rapid-fire cannon he bought at the end of the last fight, so now he's got the extra range, he's got the extra poke. What? Yeah, 8,179 damage there from Rahel's Caitlyn in that last team fight.
Does 493 damage from Jhin count as Mosquito or no?
It would count as a mosquito.
Yeah, I think that's a mosquito.
Especially because he dueled the Caitlyn in the bush.
Yeah, that's...
He hit him once for like a mosquito bite and then killed him with a bazooka, one-shots him.
Yeah, I actually have a lot of mosquito bites on me right now because I was outside yesterday evening. It was lovely outside, and then I went inside and I noticed I'm covered in mosquitoes. Lots of Jhin players in Los Angeles here in the summer.
As your first mistake, going outside. I would not recommend that.
No, it was not it was not ideal with all the mosquitoes, just like it's not for FlyQuest here. Reminder for tomorrow, we've got Sven coming back alongside Dokla, Inspired, and Zazel as they're running the whole analyst desk. It's not like this with me and Jat here with you, pro player guest. It's pro player takeover. So Emily, Raz, Jat, all our usual analysts will not be present on the lounge. It's going to be you guys calling the shots instead.
They're just going to do Baron.
As Sentinels call the shot to take the Baron. Yeah, they're saying, all right, can FlyQuest challenge? Probably not.
No vision though.
Fly coming in though. Caitlyn trap line already set up. Curtain call opens. Sentinels backing up as Griffin enters. Darkwings is already shut down. That's a big engage here from FlyQuest, but they are going to lose their jungler in the process. Lux Laser flies through. No real damage coming in here just yet. Keep your eyes on Rahel. It's all about the Caitlyn.
Still leashed.
Impact and Hambach trying to finish off the Baron here. As Quad goes in and seals his own fate. The Azir shuffle did not do what they wanted. FlyQuest end up just gift wrapping their mid laner for Sentinels as the Baron is secured for the boys in red.
And look how sus at first then when they killed Darwin one shot with the Pantheon ulti, but then there's just nothing else going for them. That once again, this team comp where like, you know, they'll go in and like, guys,
yeah,
guys,
where is everyone?
Where's my?
Just every sub has flash.
Maybe you can ult in. Maybe you can ult in.
Yeah, I'm ulting in now. I'm ulting on Caitlyn. Watch me.
4K, 3K. Victor's getting really low. Victor's getting really low.
Look, I'm poking Caitlyn.
Look at Pantheon. Yeah. Play slow. Yeah, we're keeping the Baron. We're keeping the Baron. 3K.
바로 좀 들어오든가. He dash. I'm ulting. He dead.
Okay, I'm behind.
Yeah. It's fine.
Did Griffin say I'm poking the Caitlyn?
He said I'm poking the Caitlyn.
Mosquito biting the Caitlyn right now, guys.
Like, he even accidentally killed the Victor.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing nothing. I'm doing nothing.
I'm going Caitlyn.
Oh, wait. They're trying to full dogpile onto Impact. They do manage to catch him because they have
Despair is going to do work here.
Yeah, but
they had to have Griffin flash in front of Impact to make sure that he couldn't get away. They had to send 4 people and still flash to kill Sion.
But they got him.
They did get him, but at what cost? Mid lane has been completely demolished.
You get more farmers way.
It's just giving you minions to escort your farm straight into your hands. Bottom lane, tier 2 turret also going to fall. So it's a flash plus 4 people's time for Sion. Traded for tier 3 turret mid, tier 2 turret bottom, inhibitor mid. And all of your bot side jungle.
And this goal lead on this Caitlyn, it's looking a bit
grim.
Bit problematic.
Yeah. He's going Bloodthirster too, which I guess makes sense. There's no tanks, so he doesn't feel like he needs LDR.
Yeah, you actually have to go for it, yeah. Maybe you'll like to go full crit anyways because it scales with your headshots. But, I mean, in this game, Jhin, Jace, Azir, you have BT, you can just tank all the poke and just lifesteal through it, you know, like a frontline tank. There's no CC, right, on FlyQuest. There's no hard, you know, Syndra stun or a hook or something. So
it's Pantheon is the only thing, right?
And he has no flash, which they know. He just used it just now, right?
Yeah.
One sign ulti, which Impact surely told his teammates. So, speaking of Impact.
Yeah, Impact's in the middle of everybody, and they've again almost killed his shield. Still alive, flashing over, using the ulti to get away. And once more, FlyQuest just don't have the ammo to take down the big man.
Is Impact like a walking rage bait?
Yeah, he is.
Rahel's like just tuned out, like pushing side lanes with max volume on. He's like, yeah, I don't care about any of this. I'm just gonna push side lane. In fact, you go rage bait him or something. It's like, yeah, sounds good, Rahel.
Yep, that's what he does.
Walk somewhere and be annoying, die or flush out if I had to.
Take some short shots.
Yeah, why not? I mean, why not? You know, I'm tanky.
Well, Well, speaking of turret shots, this one's not going to get to fire a whole lot more. 2-3 turret down up there in the top side. Quad trying to get an objective bounty. And wait, there's not even objective bounties on the map right now. Quad just trying to get a regular tier 2 turret in bottom lane because there's nothing else for him to do, really. They know they lose a fight.
He saw Rahel do it.
Yeah, exactly. He's just trying to play the same game. Unfortunately for him,
looks pretty good.
They don't quite have the same pressure elsewhere on the map that Sentinels does.
Shit, that's how it works?
And they also didn't get the turret.
Oh, man.
How are objective bounties not on right now? This feels...
This feels kind of rigged.
Yeah, this...
Okay, I will say...
It's because of it's actually because of the Jace, by the way. Because he's keeping the overall gold close enough.
Is he griefing by winning lane?
Yeah, in this instance. Because now Azir and Jhin can't get objective
bounties. If he was
bounties.
playing a tank, he would be even in gold, which means
and then you get the bounties.
Yeah.
So is he griefing by playing Jace and winning lane?
That's crazy.
I'm just saying you might have been a little prophetic when you were talking about Jace.
I will say he's almost up 100 CS.
Yep, but he's also pretty close to his Nexus potentially
being destroyed. But what if
destroyed.
his team actually won? What if he had the 5k gold lead ADC?
He's actually done the most damage in the game, too.
Okay, but how much damage
I mean,
to impact?
it's just shooting Scion over
19,100.
That is a fake stat. That is.
He's stats padding on the Scion.
That one's too fake, even for a Jat stat.
I sound like a hater, but
oh my God.
he has been doing pretty well this game overall, Gakos. It just sucks that he's playing Jace. And there's like, scenario 1, you lose lane yourself, you lose the game.
Yep.
Scenario 2, your team loses lane phase, and you lose the game. Scenario 3, you win, and team wins, you might win.
Maybe.
You still have Jace on your team, and Jhin.
Yeah, the Jhin, by the way, checking in. Hubris, LDR, and pieces of his Infinity Edge. Meanwhile, Rahel has now completed his Bloodthirster with Infinity Edge already done. As bottom side, Impact is the target yet again.
Getting one shot.
And now he's just going to lead the charge in by himself as his team does show up to help him out a little bit. Impact very low, but he will not die just yet. Griffin getting away. Impact does get shot down by Masu. FlyQuest finally take down the Scion, but it cost them their Azir. Cryogen flashing away. He'll stay alive. Everybody else on FlyQuest except Masu very low on HP. They got to go all the way back to the fountain. A 1-for-1 trade is a big win for Sentinels. They already have super minions marching down mid lane and top. Now they're going to knock down the remaining inhibitor here in bottom side as they continue their push.
He's frontline.
4v4 to end the game. They're on to Nexus turrets. FlyQuest trying to fight. Griffin jumps in, going after Rahel, but he won't be able to kill him. Rahel running and gunning, but he finally falls. But it costs too much. FlyQuest can't pay the bill, and Sentinels have come to collect. Cryogen, the only one left standing, running from super minions as the Nexus turrets fall. They're trying to get this last kill, just to have a little bit of fun with it on Sentinel's side, but it will not matter. It's a 2-0 for Sentinels, and they take down FlyQuest.